The following program is a production of Falmouth Commodores, who assume full responsibility for its content. The content of this program does not represent the views of Falmouth Community Television, which serves as a forum for community expression and offers TV training, production facilities, and channel time to all Falmouth residents and organizations. It's time to open the door. Falmouth versus Wareham, Game 22, coming up.
Falmouth Commodores baseball is back on the air tonight from Gov Fuller Field as the Commodores welcome in their division rivals for the third time this season, the Wareham Gatemen. For opening the door, alongside Timmy Weiss and Andrew Hilsman, I'm Farrell Hudson, and Tim, will start with last night's game, a 9-1 thumping of the Hyannis Harbor Hawks.
Well, it was a really nice bounce-back win for the Commodores after losing two straight. It's the first time this season that the Doors have allowed just one run, and also the offense was cooking. Both Carter White and Ryder Woodson 3 RBIs days, so it was great to see a bounce-back win.
And Andrew, in the last 5 games for the Commodores, you're starting to see better repetitive trends.
You're starting to see trends that are really encouraging, especially this is the middle of the year. The guys are tired, but they seem to have caught a second win. They're drawing walks. They're hitting the ball well. They're playing good team baseball. And in the field, they've been good in the field all year, but they're playing with urgency like Jack Down wants them to. But the trends at the plate and the stronger approach and working at bats longer, they drew 8 walks yesterday. Tremendous trends.
Some better starting pitching, some astute defensive plays, but Tim, it's been an offensive approach notably impressive.
100%, and I mean, the walks that you were just talking about, it's been a theme the last 5 games now. 39 walks in those last 5 games, and that's something the Commodores struggled with for a while, but now that's almost 40% of their walks this season coming in the last 5 games. They had a lot less strikeouts recently as well. That's a problem we've also seen. So the approach at the plate has certainly been significantly better.
For the Wareham Gatemen, they continue to sputter on the road, 5-16 overall, lost to the Chatham Anglers last night.
Yeah, they're 10th straight on the road, still looking for their first win on the road, but a low-scoring one, very similar to their home win against Falmouth the last time that the Commodores saw them over at Spillane Field across the bridge. But it seems to be a trend with them. When their pitching keeps them in it, the bats just don't deliver. They've had their fair share of blowout losses, Farrell, but it's just one of those years for them where one side of the game works, the other side doesn't. They're still looking to put it together on the road.
And quite literally, because at 500 at home are 5-6, but 0-10 on the road, Tim. What's been some of those struggles?
I mean, it's hard to believe that a team could be 0-10 on the road when you're halfway through the season, but that's the case. And the crazy thing about it is this is only the second time in 20 years that this has happened. The other time was 2024. The Falmouth Commodores started 0-10, and guess what? They got their 11th win at Wareham, so who knows? Hopefully history won't repeat itself for the Doors, but you never know.
And on the side for the Gatemen, Andrew, nothing much offensively doing.
No, it's been tough. They are bottom of the barrel in a lot of statistical categories. They just don't have the pop like a lot of other teams have. But against Falmouth, remember, Falmouth had to walk them off the first time they came here to the Gov, and Cohen Nicolai hit a go-ahead, eventually game-winning home run to give them a 2-run lead in the last time these two teams met. So they seem to have Falmouth's number. They're 1-1 in the season series, but they have had their struggles against other squads.
Well, Tim, in order for the offense to keep at bay tonight on both sides, we turn it over to the pitching matchup.
And it's a good one. You got Jordan Stevens on the mound for Wareham, and he's got an ERA just over 1, a right-handed pitcher at Georgia. And then for the Commodores, making his first start this season, Kanyel Rosado, and he made his first appearance just a couple of days ago, now making his first start. Excited to see what he has in store.
An inning plus of action for Rosado against the Bourne Braves. Turning it over to Wareham tonight, Andrew, who's your Gateman player to watch?
I'm staying on the mound, Farrell. It's got to be Jordan Stevens. He's had a tremendous year, a sub-2 ERA, in 3 starts. Under 10 innings pitched, so the sample size a little bit small, but if he can provide a good start like Kenyon Collins had for the Commodores last night, that should set Wareham up well.
Commodores going for their second straight victory. Who's it going to be on your side tonight for a player to watch?
I got Carter White. He's had 2 hits the last 2 games, and he's only played in 2 games with the Commodores and had 3 RBIs yesterday. That was tied for a team high.
4 RBIs total for Carter White. He'll look to keep that offensive production rolling, as will the Commodores, who look to remain in second place in the CCBL West Division. It's Falmouth, it's Wareham, it's at 6 p.m. on Cape League TV.
You'll always be safe at home with the Diana Lucevero Group at Compass Real Estate.
Hi, I'm Michael Kasparian, President of the Falmouth Chamber of Commerce. The Chamber is here for the benefit of the whole community. Whether you're a local business or a visitor, Falmouth has endless offerings, from its beautiful beaches and historical sites to its local shopping and eateries. The Chamber bridges the 8 villages, providing visitors with all the tools to make their trip one to remember. Our visitor center is located in downtown Falmouth, just off of Main Street. Come by and meet our team. The Falmouth Chamber of Commerce, your community connection.
Hi, my name is Matt Burgess, General Manager here at Falmouth Country Club. We have a unique 27-hole public golf course with a beautiful layout that is family-oriented. Kids play free here at Falmouth Country Club. Getting on the course is quick and easy with our app. You can book tee times, get yardages with GPS, use our interactive scorecard, track your stats, and receive exclusive in-app offers. Falmouth Country Club is a true Cape Cod classic and a local family favorite.
See you on the course.
Today, the Falmouth Commodores are back at Gov Fuller Field. It's a Friday night showdown against the Wareham Gatemen and a chance to extend the lead in front of last place. Should be a good one at Gov Fuller Field. We welcome you inside the booth. It's Timmy Weiss alongside Andrew Hillsman as the Commodores taking on the Wareham Gatemen and game 23 or game 22 of the season, which honestly is kind of crazy to believe. But for the Commodores, it was an encouraging showing last time out against Hyannis, where there were some questions going into it if they could keep the momentum going, but were able to get a good one last time out.
Yeah, the biggest margin of victory of the year so far for Falmouth, an 8-run victory. Was a shutout until that last wild pitch in the 9th, but that's all right. You got the job done, and Falmouth looked complete. They got 2 big innings, which is something that they've been chasing for a lot of games this year. Other teams have had those big innings against Falmouth pitching, so it's good to see the tables turn. Everything looked really, really solid, and good momentum going into tonight.
It was just the first time this season that the Commodores have allowed just 1 run. Well, we will take a quick step aside as we send it to our national anthem.
By the dawn's early light, what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting
A full suite of innovative personal and business banking and lending solutions. The Leader Bank team maintains strong, year-round connections to communities across the Cape through partnerships with local charitable organizations and community groups. Commodores fans, please welcome Leader Bank's Falmouth branch manager, Brendan Pike, for our ceremonial first pitch. Brendan is a longtime supporter of the Cape Cod Baseball League and a die-hard Commodores fan for many years. Brendan is going to fire a heater over the plate to get this game going. Leader Bank, a group of lifelong sports fans and Commodore baseball fans who volunteered for this exciting moment. They're here to call out those words we love to hear. All right, fans, it's time to...
I definitely...
It is a beautiful day for some baseball at Gov Fuller Field. Timmy Weiss and Andrew Hillsman here to take you through today's ball game, and we'll take a look at the Wareham Gatemen away batting lineup in the bottom of the first. R.J. Hamilton leads it off in left field, the rising redshirt junior at Duke. Foster Apple in the 2-hole, and Levi Clark behind him. Cohen Nikolai bats fourth. The DH has 4 home runs on the season. Dylan Dubovic in the 5 spot. Cade Elam in the 6 spot. Drew Rogers, the catcher, batting 7th. And to round out the lineup, it's Noah Sheffield at second base and Henry DeGiorgio at shortstop. Now we take a look at the Falmouth pitcher today, and it's Kanyel Rosado taking the mound.
Yeah, Kenya Rosado making his second appearance. His first start has thrown an inning and 2/3 this year for Falmouth, but had a 5.68 ERA in his 15 appearances in his freshman year with the UCF Knights. He's the youngest player on the Commodores, born in August of 2007. He's an 18-year-old left-hander out of UCF, making his first start.
2007.
That's
Isn't that
right,
pretty
yes.
insane to hear? There's also Jack Durso on the roster, 2007 baseball player, part of this team, who was the youngest Commodore just until recently, and Kanyel Rosado with the ball. He is a rising sophomore at the University of Central Florida and born in Manatee, Puerto Rico, and has the tough task of taking on the Wareham Gatemen today. But this is a team that has been struggling all season in the Gatemen. 5-16 on the year. That is last place in the West Division.
Yeah, Timmy, they've hit a bit of a skid, and they're still looking for that first win on the road. But you can't treat a team like this, like for Falmouth, from their perspective, you can't treat a team like this any different than anybody else in the league. You got to take them seriously because Wareham has given Falmouth trouble. One of the 5 wins for the Wareham Gatemen was at home against Falmouth. Cohen Nikolai hit a moonshot to give them the win in the 8th inning. It was a 4-2 ball game the last time these two teams met. And honestly, the Gatemen probably should have won the first meeting between these two squads if it weren't for Dallas Brooks walking it off in the bottom of the 10th.
Right. There was a walk-off in that game. 11-10 Falmouth wins it. That was the first meeting these teams played, and the only meeting at Gov Fuller Field. The teams are 1-1 this season. I mean, also in that game, Falmouth was down 8-5. They were down 10-8, and they somehow came back and managed to pull it off. But now the task is Wareham today in Game 22, slowly getting into the midsummer point of July.
We are in the dog days, my friend, the dog days of summer. But where better to be than right here on the Cape, huh?
Kanyel Rosado faces R.J. Hamilton to lead off the game. Top of the first, no score. The first pitch in there for strike one on Hamilton. Hamilton, the rising redshirt junior at Duke, hitting .250 this season with 1 home run. He's one of 5 Gatemen players with a bomb this season. 0-1 is flied into left field, racing back at the wall. It is gone. Hamilton starts this game off with a bang, his second bomb of the season. That is the 9th home run the Gatemen have hit this season. Not a team that hits a lot of bombs. They're up 1-0 in the top of the first.
Well, that was a pitch that was left right in the center of the zone, and Rosado just gave him one, and Hamilton teed off on it. That ball was crushed. Not much that Carter White could do out there in left field. Just turned and watched it fly into the Gatemen bullpen.
So Falmouth starts this one down 1-0. The last time these two teams played, Falmouth was ahead up until the 8th when they lost that one 4-2, up 2-0. And that was when they gave up the lead. So Kanya Rosado in a tough spot, no outs. First pitch to Apple is grounded at Jeffries, over to first in time. There's one down.
The most important thing, giving up a leadoff homer, is just to not let it spiral if you're a starter. And avoiding a big first inning is really crucial. If it's just the one run, you can live with that, especially if it's just the one hit as well. I mean, that was one mistake pitch to a right-handed hitter, got it right in his power slot, just below the waist and inside. He turned on it pretty quick. That was a really good swing from R.J. Hamilton.
In comes Levi Clark, the 3-hitter, with one down. Rosado deals. It's inside, and it's 1-0. And the interesting thing is the Commodores pitching staff has done a great job of limiting bombs this season. Just 10 home runs allowed coming into today, which is the 4th fewest on the Cape. That's less than half of their games that they give up a home run. 2-0 to Clark. Clark, a rising junior at Tennessee, hitting .258 with no home runs and 6 RBIs this season with the Gatemen. The 2-0 is flied out into right field. Reebok stands over it and makes the play, and there's 2 down in the top of the first.
So this is what we're going to see, I think, from Kaniel Rosado today. If he can settle in and just get those soft flyouts, and it's a pretty light wind day. Yesterday night, we saw the wind blowing out pretty hard. Didn't see a home run yesterday, but if you can just get soft contact, you've already seen a rollover ground ball to the third base side and then a routine flyout out to right. Rosado's going to be okay with that. You just have to dance around the center of the zone.
Brings up Cohen Nikolai. First pitch strike. And Nikolai leads the Gatemen with 4 home runs this season. Coming into today, before that R.J. Hamilton bomb to lead off the game, he had half the Gatemen's home runs this season.
He's the guy that's hit a bit of a cold streak as well. He doesn't have a hit in the last week. But you know how powerful he is. He's heading to Arizona State next year. He's seems like one of those boomer bust guys. 4 homers, 14 RBI, but he hits 182. That's why batting average is not the best indicator of a player's success at the plate.
Cut on and missed, and it's 1-2 to Nikolai.
But mid-season, right about the 2nd and 3rd week of the year, he had a 5-game stretch. He had a 4-game stretch in which he had 11 runs batted in.
Rosado deals. It's outside. 2-2 to Nikolai. Another interesting thing about the game yesterday, the Commodores only had 1 extra base hit. That was Carter White, who had 2 hits on the day and 3 RBIs.
Falmouth just doesn't get a lot of those as a team, but it was all right yesterday because they just piled on singles at opportune times.
Just outside from Rosado. The count goes full on Nikolai. 2 down in the top of the first. Wareham up 1-0 after R.J. Hamilton hit a leadoff home run. Rosado sets himself, fires the 3-2 count. It's high, and Nikolai takes his base.
And that walk is our free pass of the game presented by Cape Cod Community College. You can go to Cape Cod Community College for free. Every program, no tuition or fees for those that qualify. Visit capecod.edu/free for more. That's going to be a big thing for Falmouth today, just limiting the walks at the plate.
Falmouth tied for the lead on Cape Cod with 111 walks this season entering today. First pitch is inside to Dylan Dubovic. 2 base runners have reached for Wareham in the top of the first. 1-0 over Falmouth.
Jeff Kinney calling balls and strikes behind the plate today. Falmouth's seen him a couple of times, but I don't believe behind the dish thus far this season.
Fouled back by Dubovic. At first base, it's Glenn Stewart, and at third base, Mike Rabideau. Rounding out the umpiring lineup today. It's a 1-1 count to Dubovic. Rising junior at Arizona State. It's outside.
If I saw that correctly, Kaniel Rosado looked over at first base. He was looking home, and then once he lifted his leg, he looked at first and looked back to the mound.
He's one of just a couple left-handed pitchers on the Commodores. 2-1 is high. Seen that a couple times where it's just trickled a little bit high in the strike zone, or outside the strike zone.
Yeah, he's missing his spot up and away, which means he's not getting down the mound. He's not extending down the mound as much as maybe he needs to hit his spot. And oftentimes that can just be a feel thing for pitchers when they're getting comfortable.
3-1 pitch is hit hard into left field, going back at the wall, and it's off the top and over it. It's a 2-run shot by Dylan Dubovic, and it's a 3-0 game, Wareham over Falmouth in the top of the first.
Well, Dubovic, another great swing, and that's just a pitch that if you give a hitter like Dubovic the chance to see that, he's going to take a mile. That was right in a right-handed power zone on opposite field hitting. Here's the defensive alignment for the Commodores tonight. Carter White in left, Fabio Peralta in center, Pearson Reebok back in the lineup. He's in right field. Around the horn in the infield, Braden Jeffries, Ryder Woodson, Ty Konis, and the relatively new guy, A.J. Putty, over there at first. Dallas Brooks behind the plate. Ben Slanker is the DH today.
So Rosado trying to get out of this top of the first. 3-0 Wareham. Just like that. First pitch strike to Cade Elam. Elam, a rising sophomore at Louisville, so familiar with some of the Commodore players, Ben Slanker and Kaysen Murphy, and Jimmy Nugent, who has recently left the roster, but a former player in the Commodores at Louisville. I mean, it's really weird to see this game start with 2 home runs from the Gatemen. I mean, they had only hit 8 bombs all season coming into today.
Yeah, and that was tied with the Commodores for 8 in
second fewest.
Yeah, second fewest
on the Cape. The 0-2 outside. It's a 1-2 count.
You go back to the first couple of times these two teams have played. It's 1-1 in the season series. The first game of this series, Ty Konis hit a grand slam in the bottom of the first. That was the only home run. But in the game at Wareham, I want to say, goodness, there were at least 2 home runs. It might have just been 2. Jimmy Nugent sent one out, and then, of course, Cohen Nikolai. Yeah, those were the only 2 home runs.
Now there's 2 in the top of the first against the Commodores. I mean, that was really a bizarre game.
That was.
That first one, it's 2-2, another pitch outside. Commodores led that one 5-1 after that grand slam in the bottom of the first. And then Wareham came all the way back, took the lead 8-5, and Falmouth came back in that one to win it in extra innings, 11-10.
Yeah, they just chipped their way back.
Flied out towards Peralta in center, takes a couple steps back, and makes the out. So that finally ends the top of the first. Wareham is up 3-0 over Falmouth. But before we take a step aside, let's take a quick look at Milton Cat, proud to power the Cape all summer long. We will be right back.
Hi, I'm Jim Murray, owner of Falmouth's historic clam shack, now Jim's Clam Shack. Located on scenic Falmouth Harbor, Jim's Clam Shack is a destination for the best seafood and sunsets on the Cape. We're open 7 days a week, so stop by for lunch or join us for dinner on the rooftop deck. Bring the entire family to try our wide selection of seafood and kid-friendly option. We deliver the freshest products to your plates daily. Jim's Clam Shack, proud supporter of the Falmouth Commodores.
Are you looking for that perfect pregame meal? Supreme Pizza has you covered. Its extensive menu has everything from pies and calzones to salads and subs. And with its online ordering system, delicious food is just one click away.
It's an honor to support the Cape Cod Baseball League.
Supreme Pizza is open every day of the week. Order online or stop by their store located at 147 T-Ticket Highway and try a slice today.
Wareham is in front of Falmouth early on, 3-0 as we enter the bottom of the first. But let's take a look at the Falmouth Commodores lineup. Leading off, it's Fabio Peralta in center field. Ryder Woodson in the 2-hole at shortstop. Raiden Jeffries kind of establishing himself in that 3 spot with the Doors at third base. Batting fourth, the new guy, Carter White. And then behind him, A.J. Putty. Ben Slinker bats 6. Ty Konis in the 7-hole. And Dallas Brooks and Pearson Reebok line out the lineup for the Commodores. Well, let's take a look now at the Wareham Gatemen starter, and it's Jordan Stevens, the right-handed pitcher.
Yeah, Jordan Stevens out of the University of Georgia. He's a rising senior. He's in the portal at the moment, but he has had a stellar year this year. 1.93 ERA in his first couple of, or rather, he's got 3 appearances, 8 2/3 innings pitched, a 1.04 ERA. Second year Gateman as well. Had much higher ERA last year. 7.30, a stellar freshman year at Georgia. Under 4 in the SEC with the metal bats. That's not easy to do, and he is really making a name for himself here at Wareham.
Played last season with the Gatemen as well. And at Georgia this past season, actually only made 2 starts in his 17 appearances. Fabio Peralta leads it off for the Doors and trying to get something going, and the Commodores in a 3-0 hole early on in this one. First pitch from Stevens in there for strike 1.
A little bit of a 3/4 arm slot here for Jordan Stevens. First pitch of the day at 94 miles an hour. He could be looking at that mid to high 90s for this starter.
Outside to Peralta. Peralta's hitting .243 this season. No home runs. But has really played in a lot of games. 18 games on the season. In there for strike 2 on Peralta.
Strong slider as well for Stevens, so he's got a good mix. Really solid fastball.
Stevens in his last outing was excellent. 4 innings, 1 hit, no runs. That was against Bourne. 2-2 count to Peralta. Peralta, the Doors hits leader with 17 this season. Looking for one right here. He cuts in, misses. It's strike 3. And there's 1 down in the bottom of the first.
So time to take a look at the Gatemen's defensive alignment. Their left fielder, R.J. Hamilton, started this game out with a bang, and Dylan Dubovic followed him up. Those 2 have hit homers already in the top of the first. Foster Apple is in right, Katie Lim at third, Henry DiGiorgio at short, Noah Sheffield at second, Levi Clark playing first today, and then Drew Rogers, the man behind the plate.
So Ryder Woodson steps up from the right side. One down in the bottom of the first. Comes up swinging and missing on the first pitch. This is Woodson's first game batting second this season with the Commodores. Guy that's found himself in the 4 spot, 5 spot, but first time in that 2 spot. 0-1. It's fouled away.
He had a pretty productive day yesterday in the 6 hole. 2 for 3, 3 runs batted in. He drew 2 free passes as well. But a stark contrast, great improvement yesterday. The game before, on the 8th, or 2 days ago, I should say, he was 0 for 5 with a pair of strikeouts.
It's Joe just outside. It was a check swing by Woodson, and now it's 1-2.
And Stevens that time up to 97 on the fastball, trying to gun that put-away pitch into Woodson.
Bringing the heat early on. 1-2 count. Outside. But a rare outing by Woodson to have no hits.
Yeah.
He's had a hit in 10 of 13 games this season with the Commodores. Reached all his first 4 plate appearances against Hyannis yesterday. 2-2 count. Cut on in, missed. It's the second straight strikeout to start the game for the Doors. Woodson goes down.
Well, it brings you back to memories of the first time, or the second time, I should say, these two teams met. Falmouth struck out 6 straight times, all swinging against Garrett Lambert, who fanned 12 that day for Wareham. The first time the Doors went over to Spillane Field this year.
First pitch to Jeffries is cut on and missed. And I believe in that game, there was 12 strikeouts in the first 5 innings.
That's correct. Yeah, it was 5 innings,
Yes.
3 hits, 2 runs allowed for Garrett Lambert. He didn't walk a single batter and fanned 12.
And there was 11 in the first 4 innings. Pretty ridiculous.
Yeah, it was really, really insane. He went 6 straight Ks to start the day, 6 up, 6 down the first 2 frames.
Jeffries trying to end that streak for the Doors. Cuts and misses. It's 1-2, down to his last strike. But Stevens really looks locked in to start this one. Has gotten ahead in every count on the Doors hitters. And just brought that fastball. Let's see if he does it here. It's outside, and it's 2-2.
97. I mean, and it looks easy as well for Stevens. He's not a short guy. He stands 6'4", but he doesn't get down the mound a ton. It doesn't look like he's throwing hard, and he makes 97 look effortless.
Whatever they teach him at Georgia, it's working. 2-2, he's in there for strike 3. The Doors go down. 3 straight strikeouts in the bottom of the first. 3-0 Wareham over Falmouth. We head to the second on Cape League TV.
You'll always be safe at home with the Diana Lucevero Group at Compass Real Estate.
Hi, I'm Michael Kasparian, President of the Falmouth Chamber of Commerce. The Chamber is here for the benefit of the whole community. Whether you're a local business or a visitor, Falmouth has endless offerings, from its beautiful beaches and historical sites to its local shopping and eateries. The Chamber bridges the 8 villages, providing visitors with all the tools to make their trip one to remember. Our visitor center is located in downtown Falmouth, just off of Main Street. Come by and meet our team. The Falmouth Chamber of Commerce, your community connection.
Hi, my name is Matt Burgess, General Manager here at Falmouth Country Club. We have a unique 27-hole public golf course with a beautiful layout that is family-oriented. Kids play free here at Falmouth Country Club. Getting on the course is quick and easy with our app. You can book tee times, get yardages with GPS, use our interactive scorecard, track your stats, and receive exclusive in-app offers. Falmouth Country Club is a true Cape Cod classic and a local family favorite.
See you on the course.
A humid day in Falmouth as we take a look at your weather today. It is 79 degrees but feels like 80. Not much wind, 4 to 8 miles per hour. You know, we're sweating a little bit.
Yeah, definitely pregame. It's cooled off a little bit. We got the fans going like we do every game, but we're hoping that we avoid the rain that might come in around 7. We're hoping that we can avoid that and get this full game in. So we'll see how that pans out. All right, Wareham has already found the big inning. They've got 3 in the top of the first, and now it's off of 2 home runs. I would like to see them get moving on the base pass. Maybe steal some bags today. It just puts pressure.
Right, they already found that big inning.
Exactly, right. And that's one checked off the box.
Yeah.
That's one off the grocery list. But if you can pile another on there and maybe chase Rosado from the game from the point of view of the Gatemen, that's really positive offensively.
Leading off the inning, it's Drew Rogers, and it's an 0-2 count to him. Rogers, the rising junior at Georgia Tech, hitting .231 this season with 1 home run. Played with former Commodore Kent Schmidt this past spring. Kent, a all-star with the Commodores last season. It's outside, and it's 1-2 to Rogers.
And Rogers just 1 for 11 in his last 3 games. It's a bit of a cold streak. He's had a good year.
1-2 count. It's cut on and missed. Kenya Rosado gets it going in the top of the second.
And Timmy, from our perspective up here, it seems like he is a lot more control. He's hitting his spots to start this inning. And he's got a really, really dirty splitter that he just threw.
Yeah, that one really broke down. Impressive to see from the young rising sophomore. First pitch strike to Noah Sheffield.
And he went first pitch splitter there, too.
Seems to be growing some confidence with that pitch. The 0-1 to Sheffield is chopped at Jeffries. Has a lot of time. Gets it over to first for the out. And there's 2 down.
So if Rosado finds that he can get it done by way of soft contact and by way of the strikeout, that's really huge for his confidence. He went fastball that time after 2 really solid-looking splitters. He left it over the plate a little bit, but maybe Sheffield was sitting off speed. He just got him to roll over.
So 3 straight outs for the left-hander, Kanyel Rosado. Brings up the 9-hitter, Henry DeGiorgio. It goes off the back of him, and he takes his base with 2 down.
Well, it just popped out of the hand that time. A slider, some sort of breaking ball that just didn't find the right path out of Rosado's hand. The free pass is already the exact same amount as it was last night against Hyannis, 2 in this game. Falmouth pitching did not hit any batter. Kenyon Collins deserves a ton of credit. He had an incredible outing yesterday. 6 innings, a 3-hit ball, 7 strikeouts, just 1 walk, no runs as well. Great pickoff attempt there. Holy smokes.
Nearly got Henry DeGiorgio at first base.
That's the thing with lefties, Timmy. They can just step off and snap over to first. Righties have to turn on a dime. So a lot of lefties
Hamilton
can be pickoff specialists.
Another throwback and another close throw on Henry DeGiorgio. Really bang, bang.
Yeah.
To get back to first base.
And I think if you're DeGiorgio here, you probably take a little bit of a smaller lead.
2 down in the top of the second. The leadoff hitter, R.J. Hamilton, who already hit a home run today, fouls it back. It was just the 9th home run of the season for Wareham at the time, but now they have 10 after Dylan Dubovic also hit one in the top of the first. DeGiorgio on first is a native of Massachusetts, Franklin, Massachusetts. Just about an hour from Cape Cod. Also goes to Northeastern. Quick timeout from the umpires. It's an 0-1 count to R.J. Hamilton. Rosado throws back to first. That one also very close. Doesn't get him.
Oof. That's close. DiGiorgio seems like he has good speed. He's 1 for 1 on the year when it comes to stolen bases. I think he really wants to get moving here.
Let's see if he does. 0-1 count. Rosado has already thrown over 3 times. Pitch comes home. It's outside. Dallas Brooks is the catcher today. We've seen him throw out a couple of batters this season.
Yeah, he's a good balanced catcher. He's got solid defensive ability, solid framing ability, good arm behind the plate, good hitter too. One of those all-around guys.
It's hit hard into center field. Peralta races back. He has room and makes the play for the 3rd out of the top of the 2nd. Wareham up 3-0 over Falmouth. We head to the bottom of the 2nd on Cape League TV.
If you're a Massachusetts resident and don't have a bachelor's, you could be attending 4Cs for free, all while preparing for careers that actually move you forward. Aviation maintenance, nursing, dental, funeral service, we've got it all. capecod.edu/free.
Heading to Nantucket this summer? Skip the traffic and take to the skies with Cape Air. With convenient flights from Norwood to Nantucket, you can start your vacation sooner without the hassle of traffic. That way you spend more time relaxing and less time getting there. Experience the Cape Air difference and book your next flight today at capeair.com. Let Cape Air be your wings in the Northeast.
Cape Cod 5 is proud to be the official banking partner of the Cape Cod Baseball League. Cape Cod 5 offers a broad range of financial products and services tailored for every stage in your financial journey. Reach out to us. We're here to help.
Life can be full of surprises, but Eastern Propane and Oil is always just a call away. With a local team member available 24/7, we're always ready to support you when you need it. With an Eastern Propane and Oil technician on the way, your family's comfort is our priority. Our local team, over 500 strong, ensures your home is comfortable and warm. Eastern Propane and Oil, a local team with 24/7 service and delivery, ensuring comfort when you need it most.
Back in Falmouth, and the Doors down 3-0 to Wareham. Let's take a look at the Falmouth Commodores' keys to today.
Well, you got to limit the walks when it comes to the defensive side of things. And when I say continuing the trend at the plate, over the last week or so, Falmouth has done an incredible job of dropping their strikeout numbers and getting more free passes. The extra base hits have not came yet, but they're going to get there eventually. But the trend of the plate in just being aggressive but not overly aggressive and finding good pitches to swing at has been a really positive change from the start of the season for this group.
To lead it off in the bottom of the 2nd, it's the 4-hitter, Carter White, facing the right-hander, Jordan Stevens, who looked really good in that bottom of the 1st. But White's looked really good so far this season for the Doors. Has 2 hits in both games he's appeared in, the last 2 games. And it's 1-1 to him here.
Hard contact as well for Carter. He's been hitting the ball really hard. I'm excited to see what he does at the D1 level next year.
1-1 is outside. White went 2 for 5 yesterday and was one of 2 Commodores with 3 RBIs. Also had his first double of the season, which was the only extra base hit the Commodores had. It's grounded at the shortstop to Giorgio. Collects, fires, and gets him at first for 1 down in the 2nd.
It's a better at-bat. You got a really good pitch to hit. You made Stevens come attack you. That's a center-cut fastball. Just hit it into the ground. It came off the bat really, really hard, but the grass just takes speed off of it, so that ends up being a routine ground ball. But if that's hit through the gap or maybe hit up on a little bit, That's a good swing that Carter White just put on that baseball.
So the partner that made his debut the same day as White, A.J. Putty, steps up to the plate. He played his first game at Gov Fuller Field yesterday and also has been great so far this season. He's 3 for 6 in his 2 games. Yesterday, he had 3 walks against Hyannis, which was a third of the Commodores' walks. Austin Maley also had 3 walks, so those two combined for 6 of the team's 9 walks. Way outside from Stevens, and Putty's in a good spot to maybe get a walk again.
Yeah, I don't think there's any reason, unless it's a center cut fastball or something that is just hung over the plate. I think you just got to keep the bat on the shoulder, take your walk if Stevens is going to give it to you.
Doors looking for some life in the bottom of the second, right down the plate.
Yep.
Putty this past season with Illinois, he's going into his sophomore year. He was the 2026 Big Ten all-freshman team. 3-1 count. Strike 2.
Now you've seen a couple of fastballs. Go ahead.
Yeah, the most hits by an Illini freshman since 2017.
Yeah, he had a tremendous year. You think about how good he's going to be at Illinois or wherever he decides to go.
3-2 count. He's low, so Putty takes his base, and Commodores got a walk in the bottom of the second.
And Putty did a really good job of staying patient. He saw 2 straight fastballs and ran his count full, but for, a lot of hitters would think, all right, this is when I need to swing at a pitch, chase outside the zone to protect the plate. He sees a fastball, he sees it comes out of the hand low, and he takes it at the chins for ball 4. That's a really good at-bat.
Putty with Illinois had 29 walks on the season in 55 games. He already has 4 this season with the Commodores in his 3rd game. Ben Slanker up at the plate with 1 down in the bottom of the second. Slanker, the rising senior at Louisville, hitting .225.
Another guy, this middle of the order, 4, 5, and 6, all have really tremendous bat speeds, and also they hit the ball pretty hard.
In there for strike 1 on Slanker. Slanker has really turned it on since the beginning of the season as well. Started the season hitless for a couple of games, but had a 6-game hit streak that just ended against Bourne on Sunday. Throw back to first on Putty, nearly got him. Very close.
It didn't look like Putty got his footing super straight. And he was in an awkward spot, didn't want to dive head first, so he tried to just step on back in. He had to dive feet first there.
It was a great throw by the catcher, Drew Rogers. 2-1 in the dirt, caught by Rogers.
Rogers is really fun to watch work behind the plate. He's got an excellent glove, really smooth hands, and an excellent framer. Strong arm as well. He's a prototype defensive catcher. Put near the bottom of the lineup, but he's so solid defensively.
Count runs full on Ben Slanker. Commodores looking for a second base runner of the game in their second of the second inning.
You want that inning to come sooner rather than later. If you're gonna find a big inning, you need it sooner rather than later, just so your pitching staff doesn't feel a ton of pressure.
Another foul away by Slanker. Good at bat. Slanker with Louisville was 4th on the Cardinals with 46 RBIs. He was tied for 2nd on the team with 36 walks. Payoff pitch is low. Slanker takes his base, and all of a sudden, 2 straight walks for the Commodores, and there's runners on 1st and 2nd.
And not at all unlike what we just saw from A.J. Putty. Worked his way back into the count, and then Stevens tried to go with a put-away fastball. He put it low, and Slanker, much like A.J. Putty did, saw it right out of hand, knew it was going to be low, knew it was a fastball, and took it for ball 4. It's essentially the same spot, a low and inside fastball. It's over the plate, but it's below the knees for a ball.
Right, it kind of stays out of the zone the whole way, so the batters can recognize it a little bit better.
It's easier for a hitter to tell if a ball is going to be low out of the hand, if it's going to be just low. It's sometimes a little easier just to see if it's tailing away because you can't make the ball rise.
So Ty Konis, the team's RBI leader, steps up. First pitch strike.
I think Konis is going to see some heat there. The first one, 96. Stevens knows how big of an out this is.
With one down, Konis could get this game within reach. Doors down 3-0. The 0-1. In there for strike 2. Konis in a hole.
Which goes front door slider, totally tied Konis up. It's a pitch that looks like it's going to hit him in the hip and then catches the inside part of the plate.
Konis has 16 RBIs on the season, the best on the Doors. And gets him looking.
Doubled
Strike
up.
3.
Doubled up with that same slider. That is so well executed from Jordan Stevens. You just got to tip your cap right there.
4th strikeout of the game for Stevens. 2 down in the bottom of the second. Dallas Brooks. He's a guy that's killed Wareham before with runners in scoring position. Walked it off in his Commodore debut. That was a long time ago now. 11-10 that the Doors won that game. It's outside to him. For Brooks, it's really all about directional hitting. Working all parts of the field. That's when he's at his best. 1-0 is outside, and it's 2-0. For Brooks, he spent this summer with the Johnson City Doughboys in the Appalachian League before the Commodores. And then he came down from Tennessee all the way to Falmouth. Fouled away, and it's 2-1.
The Appy League has some of the best team names of all of summer baseball. The Doughboys are up there in that conversation.
They must have some good food there, you would think.
I don't know where it comes from.
Fouled away, and it's 2-2. With the Doughboys, Brooks went 3 for 24 with 3 RBIs. 7 strikeouts, but with Falmouth, this is where he's turned it on the hitting side of things. In 8 games, hitting .280. The 2-2. In there for strike 3. The 5th strikeout of the game for the Doors. Falmouth down 3-0. We head to the 3rd on Cape League TV.
Hi, I'm Jim Murray, owner of Falmouth's historic clam shack, now Jim's Clam Shack. Located on scenic Falmouth Harbor, Jim's Clam Shack is a destination for the best seafood and sunsets on the Cape. We're open 7 days a week, so stop by for lunch or join us for dinner on the rooftop deck. Bring the entire family to try our wide selection of seafood and kid-friendly option. We deliver the freshest products to your plates daily. Jim's Clam Shack, proud supporter of the Falmouth Commodores.
Are you looking for that perfect pregame meal? Supreme Pizza has you covered. Its extensive menu has everything from pies and calzones to salads and subs. And with its online ordering system, delicious food is just one click away.
It's an honor to support the Cape Cod Baseball League.
Supreme Pizza is open every day of the week. Order online or stop by their store located at 147 T-Ticket Highway and try a slice today.
We roll on, and it is the top of the 3rd. Doors down 3-0 to Wareham. A reminder that this broadcast is a copyrighted production of the Cape Cod Baseball League. Any unauthorized duplication, retransmission, or other use is strictly prohibited. Kanye Rosado looking a lot more solid in his second inning. After that first inning, that was tough where he gave up 2 home runs. It's a 3-0 game. Wareham over Falmouth. That first inning, Rosado gave up 2 bombs. The leadoff guy in R.J. Hamilton. And then Dylan Dubovic hitting a 2-run shot. Now brings up Foster Apple for the second time today. Apple grounded out to the third baseman, Jeffries. That was the first out of Rosado's day. In there for strike 1.
That splitter has been his best pitch today. I don't think there's any doubt about that. Splitter really just drops off the table.
0-1. In the dirt. Stopped by Brooks. For the Commodores, with a win, they would remain in second place. And for Wareham, they would still be in last place, but would move closer to inching out of the bottom. Currently, they are 6 points back of Katsuit, who has 16 points. Wareham with 10. Bourne has kind of started to take a commanding lead of first place with 23 points. They're on a 4-game heater. Second win came against Falmouth on Sunday of that win streak. 1-2, flied out towards left field. Couple of players range over. Woodson from shortstop is there to make the play. And there's one down in the top of the third.
Well, again, in off the hands on that time, went back to the splitter, put it in a really good spot, where if Apple can't drag the hands inside far enough, then you can't do much with it.
So it brings up the third hitter, Levi Clark, flied out back in the first to the right fielder. It's outside. And for the Commodores, one thing that has been a problem, at least most of the time recently, is the pitching. And after that first inning, the Commodores now have a 5.33 ERA on the season, which is the second most on the Cape. Only Hyannis is below them with a 5.44. And that was increased a large part yesterday against the Commodores. But the thing was, you had a lot of encouragement yesterday to see them only give up 1, their fewest this season. One down in the top of the third. Wareham up 3-0 over Falmouth. Rosado deals, and it's chopped foul down the third base line. You know, Rosado has a cool story. Born in Manatí, Puerto Rico, which is about 45 minutes to an hour west of San Juan, and on the northern coastline of Puerto Rico. There's really been some great MLB talent that has come out of that area as well. 2-2. Fouled again. Great at bat being put up by Levi Clark. But a Hall of Famer and former AL MVP, Ivan Rodriguez, was also from Manatí, Puerto Rico. And also Hall of Famer 1999 AL Rookie of the Year, Carlos Beltran from Manatí.
I wonder if those guys ever panned out to be good MLB players.
Oh, yeah.
I think so.
I'd say so. Hall of Famer's pretty good.
Yep.
It's chopped softly at Jeffries. Has to get it over quick. He does, and there's 2 down in the top of the third.
Well, that play by Jeffries was more difficult than it looked, Timmy, because it took a hop right into the heel of Jeffries' glove, and he made it look like it was just a routine play, which usually it is, but you never know what types of hops you're going to get. So he made a good adjustment and got that ball out of there quick to make a good play.
Jeffries, the Gold Glover with Michigan this past spring. Certainly showed it there. First pitch coming up to Cohen Nikolai. It's high and outside, and it's 1-0. Nikolai walked back in the first and scored a run off the Dubovic 2-run shot that came right afterwards. That made it 3-0 Wareham, where we stand right now. It's hit back at Jeffries, scoops it up, over to first, in time, and there's 3 down. Jeffries gets back-to-back outs. The Commodores down 3-0 still. We head to the bottom of the third on Cape League TV.
If you can dream it, if you can cruise in it, if you can summer in it, fish from it, or take it for a day at the beach, we can protect it. The Baldwin Group, protecting the possible.
Try it, then buy it. Rent a new cat for up to 90 days. Then apply 100% of the rental cost to the purchase and save. The Milton Cat Rent to Purchase offer. Try it, then buy it. Go to miltoncat.com/RPO.
At Cape Cod Healthcare, we're committed to excellence and compassion in everything we do, like helping people maintain their active lifestyles. Our innovative orthopedic program combines advanced techniques and leading-edge technology with highly specialized teams, including our nationally recognized Center of Excellence for Joint Replacement. Our focus is getting you back to doing the things you love, in the place you love.
The Center of Excellence and the quality of care that we can deliver makes all the difference to the patients. They understand that they can get the best care right here on Cape Cod.
Reader's Hardwood Supply is a candy store for wood, whether you're a professional or an amateur. Reader's Hardwood Supply carries over 70 species of both domestic and imported lumber from around the world, displayed in over 300 self-serve bins for your selection. So for your next project, make it your masterpiece with stock from Reader's Hardwood Supply. The woods of the world are here at Reader's Hardwood Supply.
Welcome back to Gov Fuller Field, where I'm joined by a very special guest, the former manager of your Falmouth Commodores and the 2013 World Series champion with the Boston Red Sox, and Jared Saltamacchia. Jared, thank you for joining me. And how far been going now as Director of Player Development down in Miami? Got a couple guys here in Falmouth.
Yeah, got a couple guys in Falmouth. Wareham's got a guy, so just came out here to see these guys, but it's doing great. I'm enjoying it. I'm my family, and Miami's really taking care of me.
In terms of scouting college players, what's the biggest difference right now you might see mentally or physically in today's game? Maybe didn't exist 20 years ago when you were coming up through the ranks.
I mean, I think the NIL has been a huge factor. There's no set place for a kid. They can always leave whenever they want. Teams especially, they can jump in and find better players. So it's almost become a free agency. And that's tough. It's tough to kind of worry about that when you're trying to play the game.
Over a sustained summer season, what's the biggest sign of growth and maturity as you get later on in the Cape Cod League?
I think that it is that mental grind. I mean, you're here for 10 weeks. These kids get done here. They go home. They play 4 weeks, 8 weeks of that, and then they get ready for the spring and then for the season. I mean, it's almost 11 months out of the year they're playing. So these guys are tired of it.
I want to just take it to your professional career. 7 seasons, or 7 teams, 12 seasons in the big leagues. What's the most important lesson you extracted in your time there?
Enjoy it and control what you can control. Those are 2 things I tell all my guys. Control what you can control, because this game can be taken from you at any moment. Enjoy the time you have, and also be in that moment.
Awesome, Jared. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Guys.
Yes. Rain. Yeah.
So we welcome you back in the bottom of the third. Wareham is up 3-0 over Falmouth, and we have just announced that there is a rain delay happening at Gov Fuller Field. So unfortunate news, especially for the Commodores, down 3-0. So we will keep you posted on what is happening. It's a very light drizzle right now, but with the ensuing rain, you just have to see what happens. We will keep you posted.
Okay, everybody, welcome back to Commodores Baseball. We're letting you know that this game has been postponed to a later date. We do not know what day that's going to be, but you can stay tuned to the Falmouth Commodores social media channels and CapeCodLeague.com for the Cape Cod League website. Official announcements will be posted soon on when this game is going to resume, but that is all we have. Wareham is up 3-0. The game's going to resume in the bottom of the third on whatever date that the league decides that we are ready to go and play this baseball game once again. So, thanks for tuning in. We remind you that production facilities have been provided by Falmouth Community Television. We thank them for their help in furnishing our equipment for today's broadcast. But for everybody involved in this production, of course, for my color commentator, Timmy Weiss, our sideline reporter, Farrell Hudson, and our excellent production crew, I'm Andrew Hillsman saying so long. This game postponed. Good night, everybody.